This is tripping in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Some people consider this as Smash's worst mechanic, if not the worst mechanic ever introduced in any fighting game, period. The reason why I never brought this up in a video format, just how common this was a mess up at the time. It creates a lot of problems in casual and competitive play. Tripping is completely random, and it can affect you in moments where people won't see it coming. It can even happen when inputting a dash or overextending an input. You can even trip and your opponent can instantly take advantage of this fall animation and boom, you can die for it. Brawl's engine is really slow paced, and clearly because of Nintendo trying to appeal to a more casual audience, they didn't like all of those advanced techs that were in Melee, most notably wave dashing and dash dancing. So they actually toned down the speed of the game and actually wanted to tone down a lot of the more aggressive gameplay. It was also in order to slow down Brawl's engine and make the game appeal to a more casual audience, obviously so you can't attempt wave dashing on a sideways Wiimote. God bless you if you've ever tried that though. Tripping was seen as a major negative for Smash's meta because it slowed down gameplay and took control away from the player and put it into a random coin flip. Some people just simply deal with it and figured it was just a part of the way the game was built, while other people, even casuals, hated it. It was so bad that it was taken out of the next Smash game. Everyone was cheering and they traded tripping for ladder combos, but that's besides the point. Smash 4 would thankfully remove the technique, as even Sakurai realized tripping was no good. The other mechanic that was introduced in Smash 4 was custom moves. Custom moves essentially give alternate versions of every single special move in the game. 2 variants for every move for the characters that are on the base roster, and this would change a lot of characters' viability with custom moves on. Some characters you could argue with customs were made actually a lot worse or didn't get helped at all. Or if the meta continued, it's possible that these characters could have been leagues better than their original iterations. Villager is one of the characters who, under this mold, would have been a lot better with custom moves on. You could look at his up special that had a silly explosive hitbox on it, Extreme Balloon Trip, or Super Timber, which spawned a massive tree, which is slower, but it also is much stronger, and it's twice as large too. Silly time. There's actually another down special that I wanted to discuss. I wanted to cover this in this video. While the customs meta was a lot smaller than the official meta for Smash 4, Smash 4 is also kind of dead. People at the time speculated if the custom meta was to mature, this move could be a problem. What this custom move did was essentially bring back tripping. It's back, baby. And it's like the sequel movie that no one asked for. But this time around, only Villager and a handful of other characters are enjoying it. This is one of the few moves in the game where you can actually make the opponent trip, and obviously put them in a bad situation. The other moves that existed in Smash 4 were Wario's Garlic Breath and Waft Cut, Rob's Slip Gyro and Bowser's Slip Bomb, Samus's Slip Bomb and Rosalina's Shooting Star Bit, Mii Brawler's Head-On Assault, and obviously Diddy Kong's Standard Banana. There's other chances of tripping in Smash where moves have a certain percentage of making the opponent fall if they're hit by this move and they get unlucky, like Captain Falcon's Down Tilt having a coin flip of a chance to make the opponent trip. And no, this isn't a custom move, I'm just showing how tripping can sometimes happen outside of these moves. But the thing is, when you have a special move that forces a slip, it means you have access to a 100% trip rate in the palm of your hand. And how good your ability to trip is going to be dependent on the move. And Trip Counter was a great move for stage control. First of all, unlike other moves that I listed, Trip Counter is being given to a character that was already really strong defensively. It's literally a tree that sits on the stage and, oh, I don't know, play a guessing game real quick. Do you think the sapling stays on stage for what? 5 seconds, 8 seconds, or 11 seconds? Okay, just kidding, it's none of those answers. It's actually 16 seconds. It just sits there menacingly for that long. What incarnation? I don't even know. Some attacks have a slip effect and they cause soft trips that immobilize for around 30 frames, while attacks with the trip chance cause hard trips that immobilize for around 40 frames. On paper, this move is the opposite of Super Timber, being weaker yet faster. While Super Timber can certainly kill, if you want to use this custom for its insane KO potential, be my guess. Timber Counter has the icing on the cake for being able to put opponents in the worst aspects of Brawl. Like it's some insane level of Smash PTSD. When the sapling is planted, it will normally just do nothing, except this iteration has a trip box. and you obviously are not going to want to go near this thing. And if you're fighting him, you're obviously going to be forced to go around it. The wind box in the watering can is weaker, the tree is slightly larger and can counter. It is slower to wither, but it also is very weak and cannot withstand much damage. Additionally, it deals less damage and knockback when cut down. Each stage of the tree glows with a pulse in the sapling, making them more obvious. There's a 2% on the sprout, 0 for the watering can, and 12 when the tree grows. There's a 5% counter, 8% for the trunk, and 3% if it's used as an item. Most notably, the axe is weaker at 6%, not as strong KO-wise. And this is already going to compensate for villagers' pre-existing camping moveset, but the ability to trip is definitely strong and it's already going to sell itself. Yeah, you're gonna have a good time playing the campiest character in the game, most likely, as Tripseed can control the ground approaches while his aerials and side special can control anyone who's trying to go around the tree. And the biggest drawback to Timber Counter is you lose the frame 6 special kill move that was his axe, one of Villager's best KO tools, especially in this game. So him losing this is definitely a big flaw. While they did nerf Villager's KO power with Axe, it can take 100% more to roughly kill with it compared to the normal one. But many people thought the trade-off was worth it because, I'm not gonna lie, you're getting one of the best stage control tools with less KO power. Leaving out one major portion here made the custom move rather infamous. Some people wanted the custom move to be banned. Let's compare it to Diddy Kong's down special, the banana, where the opponent can interact with it and take control of the item by simply grabbing it and use it against Diddy Kong. Timber Counter doesn't have this problem. Villager can place a tripping hazard, which unlike Banana cannot be removed by any opponent. Villager is basically getting a stronger stage control tool at the command of Villager. This already made a character that was really campy and defensive even more difficult to approach, and while yes, he isn't the only character in the game with a custom move that trips, Villager's is the most well known because you're giving it to a character with amazing stage control tools who already did this very well in the base version of Smash 4, especially pre-patch Villager, which had a stronger recovery. You can't even roll around the sapling because this could lead to you getting punished. Grounded characters more specifically struggled against this majorly, as most of these characters have strong run speeds or dash speeds. Some of these characters have no projectiles to help apply pressure on a camping villager, and it seems like they really struggle with aerial approaches from above, like Little Mac or Captain Falcon maybe at times. So if a villager is camping them out, they really can't do that much except maybe camp him. Yeah, it's probably not gonna work out well for them. It's commonly speculated to boost Villager's viability in the meta when customs are allowed. Many people wanting it to be banned for these reasons. Unfortunately, the custom meta never really got a major push outside of a couple big tournaments running it. Ultimately, the game did run out of steam eventually, and especially when Smash Ultimate came out. Gee, I wonder if there's other silly custom moves out there. It'd be kind of cool if they gave a really broken wind custom to, I don't know, Donkey Kong? Let me know if you guys want to see that in the future. Let me know down below. Anyways, I hope you guys are doing well. Keep swimming. Patreon down below. If you guys like the sound of my voice, I stream every Saturday, so be sure to come through. Peace out.